qualification. Then after that game ended 1-1 against Angola. So Ghana is not playing the African Cup of Nations next year. It's sad for African football because they are the giant of Africa. Somehow they did not qualify from that group just to qualify for African Cup of Nations. It's sad for Ghana Footballing Federation and Ghana people as a whole. Let's hope that they bounce back and probably do well in the next maybe World Cup qualifying or Nations Cup qualifying. And in Europe, Cristiano Ronaldo scored a bicycle kick to give Portugal a 4-1 win against Poland. He scored a brace in that game. He has been firing for Al Nassr and for Portugal. So kudos to him. So we are going to be discussing all that on the show. Remember, it's international football throughout this week, and maybe after this week, from next week,
club football
is back. So it's just one more week for us to do this, and we move back to club football. Okay, guys, welcome to the show. Welcome to Vote Sports on Vote 104.3 FM. My name is Godwin, and I'm here with the guys, my A team, to discuss all that on the show. Good morning, Nonso. How are you?
Well, good morning. Good morning. Interesting games last night and sad news coming out of France League, and let's hope they resolve it before the end of the season.
Good morning, John.
Yeah, good morning. Super morning to you, beloved fans. Welcome to the show. Finally, club football on the horizon.
Okay, talking about sad news, our goalkeeper Nwabali lost his father after that game. They played on Thursday. He lost his father on Friday. So let's comfort him. I know we are criticizing about the goal that he considered, but when somebody is bereaved, we need to support him and let's give him all the support he needs. I know that Nigeria Super Eagles teammates will give him all the support he needs, but it's a sad news that is coming out from the camp. I don't know if he's going to be playing on Monday. I don't know, but the news is that he lost his father on Friday. So may his soul rest in perfect peace. Okay, let's start with the Afcon qualification. Remember, guys, we are live on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. We are live on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. We are live now on YouTube at Vote FM. Go there, drop your comments. I will be doing your comments live here in the studio. Okay, let me give you the results of yesterday's game in the Afcon before we talk about some of them. Remember, I told you that Ghana has crashed out of. They are not playing. They're going to be playing in the African Cup of Nations next year. They are out. So let me give you the results of yesterday's game. It's Botswana 1. It's Uganda 0, South Africa 2, Mozambique 0, Mali 1, Cape Verde 1, Egypt 1, Zambia 1, Ivory Coast 0. What a surprise. Good result for Zambia. Zimbabwe 1, Kenya 1, Eswatini 1, Guinea-Bissau 1, Gambia 1, Comoros 2. Good result for Comoros 2. Angola 1, Ghana 1. So Ghana are out. So Gabon 1, Morocco 5.
Yes.
Okay, for today's fixtures is Ethiopia versus Tanzania is happening today, and Guinea versus DR Congo is also happening today. For tomorrow's fixtures, okay, let's talk about yesterday's game. Then we'll talk about the games that's happening, some of the games that happen today and tomorrow in Afcon. Okay, let's start with the Ghana game, because the Ghana game, they went away to Angola. They needed a win to have hope to qualify for this particular African Cup of Nations. There was a lovely free kick from Ayew. I think it was from 40 yards free kick. He smashed it, bam, and he scored that goal. And everybody thought probably Ghana would get something from this game. In the second half, Angola equalized that game, and that game ended 1-1. Now Ghana has crashed out. They are not playing in the African Cup of Nations.
One of the best, I think he's one of the most underrated players from Africa that played in the Premier League. He's the most underrated. He's the most underrated player, and this guy has got skill, he's got the talent, he's got everything to play for a big club. But for some reason, he's not played for any big club yet. Crystal Palace, Leicester City now, he's not really played for those big teams, you understand? And it becomes a problem when this person comes back to the African fold and translates his form into the Ghanaian side. And you see that this person is good, but the combination in midfield, I think they lacked that stronghold in midfield. They get without Partey and the rest of them, they lacked that stronghold in midfield, and it became a problem for them going forward in the second half. They allowed so many of the Zambian, perhaps Angolan team come at them and get it, and they got that goal. And I think getting that goal in the 64th minute was enough to tell you that they had immediately the second half started. The Angola side came out with plenty of pressure, and they just couldn't withstand it.
John, what is wrong with the Ghana team? Because they have the stars, they have the Kudus.
Kudus couldn't save.
Kudus, they have the stars there. Even Partey didn't come this particular one, but they have stars. Then they failed to qualify. It's just qualification. If you look at their group, it's not that they have all the big teams there. It's just Come on, what happened?
Something is fundamentally wrong at Ghana with the setup and the players and the mentality in the team. Something is definitely off. It's one thing to see a team that is united playing good football together. It's another thing to have a team relying on big names and big characters that do not always come through for them. So I think Ghana need to take this period, bow out of the AFCONs as they've done yesterday and go back and rebuild. Sometimes some nations, having had a lot of success in the AFCONs, need that quiet moment behind the scenes to rebuild. We saw that with a couple of nations who
Like
have,
Morocco
yeah,
now, no World Cups, no AFCONs.
yeah.
Now you can't talk about football without talking about Morocco. You get
So
same thing with Egypt. Maybe if they come out now, you say, they are coming to win the World Cup. These are things that happen. But I feel that they were hard done by in this tournament. They were hard done by these qualifiers because whenever they travel, they don't get their away points. It's like you don't get the away points, get the home points, and in your home you're also losing games. It becomes a problem. You ask yourself, what is Arthur doing? You're the coach. You should galvanize this side. Learn to bring in players that would play with their heart on the field. I think they struggled in mixing the talents they bring into camp. This player is not available to bring in. Find someone that could replace him. In attack, we used to see the old attack line before. Now we're seeing a Fatah that plays for Leicester City,
yeah,
and a Mohamed Kudus. They're not top stars. They're not people that play for big teams like that. But at least with the way they've shown themselves in the Premier League, there's no way you talk about the Premier League game week. You won't talk about Fataro in his impact on the Leicester
yeah.
City side.
I find
And same
it
thing
hard
goes
that
for what's it called, Mohamed Kudus. But even if he doesn't get the goals, at least it causes distraction between defenders for people to get the goals.
I think we are having an implementation problem at Ghana because you have all the right tools there, you have all the right characters there. It's just how to put everything together to work as a unit, and that's where it's going to be an indictment on the capacity of the manager who's there right now. It's going to be an indictment on him not being able to galvanize a team to play together, irrespective of if you have big names available or not. And of course, there are always going to be young talents who have earned their rights to wear that shirt, who are not getting called up because somebody wants to pander to someone's favorite or who is trending in a big club in Europe. So I think it's time for them to look inward and then rebuild.
Okay, that game ended 1-1. So Ghana is not playing the African Cup of Nations. Okay, let's move on to the next game. Another big game that happened in Afcon is Morocco. Morocco trashing Gabon 5-1 after conceding the first goal in the 4th minute. They started pushing forward and started scoring goals. Yeah. If you look at the guys that scored, the Real Madrid guy Diaz scored 2 goals. He switched nationality to Morocco and he scored 2 goals. This Morocco team, I think they are going to be one of the favorites for this African Cup of Nations next year, because if you look at the way they play, they attack as a group, defend as a group, and look at this game, 5 goals. How many times do you see a team
against Gabon
going away in any African country going away to score 5? I think it's rare. So what do you make of this game generally?
I think this is the 3rd game in a row that they are scoring multiple goals. The 3rd game in a row. Ozzy Comoros also, they went on and they played 4-2, 5-2 or 5-0, 4-0 and 5-1. And this one again, they are coming in to play a 5-1 against Gabon. They've done well. You get Yenesri scoring the goal after playing for I think the goal is scored against Man United in the Europa League. You know that this person is an out-and-out striker. So that particular position now, I'm beginning to see like talent in that position are lacking because everybody wants to drop deep and create chances with the rest of the team. But for Brahim Diaz, wonderful to see him in the squad again after suffering injuries, after being on loan. This is to tell you that this is a player that is supposed to be playing from the right flank, not making makeshift, not playing Village to come and play him from the right.
Central from the right, yes.
Play him from the right and play him or behind the striker, but he always performs from the right flank. So you see that the midfield of Real Madrid, because this is
it's shaping up now because you can juxtapose what's his name, Rodrigo, and him on that right.
This is what they tell you, that this player, if you play these players right, because this is sending a clear message to the coach at Real Madrid that see, I am cut out for this place. I did it when I went to Italy. I did it when I went to the Premier League. I'm doing it now. Play me here. Rodrigo is not available. Play me here. Vinicius should get his chance to score the goals. I will always supply Mbappe, but I think him being on the bench and the Morocco side calling him and putting him on the starting lineup tells that he's up for the game. He's up for the job.
He's backing it up with numbers too, not just
not just I want to make assists.
Yeah.
2 goals.
Backing it up with numbers, solid numbers, and he has to make a case now for him retaining that shirt irrespective of whoever could come in and take him
And
off
this
that
and this
first
game is
journey.
about is a case of maybe who call police they win fights. You understand? Maybe who call
Yeah,
police they win case because Gabon going in to score the goal showed their mentality that they were ready to get on the girls,
yeah.
they were ready to fight for a result in
Early
this
goal
game.
at that
And
matter
early
too.
goal, 4 minutes, they scored their goal, and from there Morocco just kind of took it up, and that was
Okay,
it.
that game ended 5 goals to 1. Good game for Morocco. I like when I see the African nations go, especially when they go away and get big results, because you hardly see it. Sometimes you just see 1 goal, 2 goals, even if it's going to be an away win. But winning five, you might argue that Gabon is not really a big nation, because we have said it on this show. There is nothing like a small country in Africa now when it comes to African football, because we are developing in a high pace. Okay, let's move on to the next game that happened in the Afcon qualification. Is Zambia winning against Ivory Coast 1 goal to 0? You know, Ivory Coast is the defending champions, but they are still second on the table. But what do you make of this game? Zambia getting all the results. That win moved them first on the table. What do you make of this game generally?
It was, it's a surprising game nonetheless. A lot of people were not expecting it to go this way, and I'm happy that it did, because it shows that, they had what it takes to win that match. They had what it takes to go out there and get the result. Even though sometimes popular opinion is against you, you go there and you go and show yourself right. I'm happy with the result. I'm happy with the way they played. And then you have to now look forward now to seeing more of this country in the AFCON.
Yeah, no. So what do you make of that game?
Good game, good goal from Mosunda, but it feels like they were underrated.
Of
They were
course.
underrated because you feel your team and they're like, oh, we always run these players over. Forgetting that they have players playing in the Championship, in the Premier League, they have players playing in second division in England, they have players playing across Europe as well. But you have stars, not that you have players, you have stars playing across Europe. You should not underlook the player or underestimate the team you're playing against. That is one of your greatest undoing. You
Yeah.
underestimate the team you're playing against, you become a problem, because now you can't break through their hard line of defense. You can't break through their, what's it called now? Their He's not even parking the bus again. They are parking train and parking aeroplanes and parking all this. So you can't go through it. You can't you can't go through it. It's got the brick wall of defense. You can't go through the brick wall of defense, and you can't go through them.
Another thing teams in Africa should be wary about is this big ego of winner of the AFCONs. We can
We can't.
stroll into any game and get the results. Them no reach us. We are this, we are this, we are that. At the end of the day, it's going to be 11 against 11, and we are going to know the level of your preparation by the result and performance you put out on the pitch. And it's clear for everyone to see yesterday that Ivory Coast was once over by Zambia, and they were unprepared to match that game.
Okay, before we move over for today's fixtures and tomorrow's fixtures, let's move over to our YouTube to discuss some of the comments here. Bo is saying sorry for Ghana, it just did not work for them. Oh, okay. Emmanuel Liu, welcome to the show. He's saying good morning, guys. Ghana should sit at home and rest with their third best jollof rice.
Come on now, is it third or second best?
If you pull up Morocco squad and Nigerian squad, you will see that Nigeria has a better talent. So why can't our boys just look at these Moroccan guys and perform? Play like a team for once. Let the coach reward players that deserve the call up and leave the TikTok boys and influencers out. Oh, it makes sense. Okay, that comment makes sense. Nigerian jollof and Ghana jollof, we are always battling about that in social media. But
Sure.
well, they should sit at home and eat their jollof rice while we play the Nations Cup next year. Okay, thank you for that comment. Okay, let's move on
They
to
hate
today's.
still continues with when they docked us and went to the World Cups.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to today's fixtures that is going to happen today, tomorrow in the AFCON. But before that, Egypt played at a 1-1 draw. Even without Salah, they played at a 1-1 draw in that game. But let's leave that. Let's talk about today's game and tomorrow's game. Okay, for today's game is Ethiopia versus Tanzania. That happened in 5 p.m. Just 2 games for today, and Guinea versus DR Congo. On Sunday is Algeria versus Liberia, Togo versus Equatorial Guinea, Malawi versus Burkina Faso, Nigeria is play. Okay, Nigeria is playing on Monday, so we'll not talk about that. We'll talk about that on Monday when we come here on the show. So let's get your predictions for just the games that happen today and tomorrow in the Afcon qualification. Let's start with Ethiopia versus Tanzania. Who do you think wins?
I want Tanzania to win that game. Not that it's tactical, but I just want them to win. They've struggled a lot. They just need to win the game, and I think this is the game they should be winning. But it's going to end in a draw.
Okay, John, let's talk about the Guinea versus DR Congo happening today. What is the operation for that game?
I'm going to go with Guinea. I feel that they should be able to win the match.
Okay, for on Sunday is Algeria versus Liberia. It's Mares and his team versus the Liberian team. They used to have George Weah, and the son of George Weah is now playing for USA. So nothing for them. Let's get an operation for that game.
You keep rubbing it in.
They won their
you
last
keep
game against
rubbing
Togo.
it in.
They won their last game against Togo 1-0. I think they will fight against Algeria, but they will still lose. Algeria all the way for the win.
Okay, John, what is the operation for Togo versus Equatorial Guinea?
Equatorial Guinea winning.
Away.
Yes.
Oh,
Togo
wow.
will win that match. Togo.
Adebayo no dey.
You know me.
No saviors here.
Okay, let's move on to Europe because games happen in Europe. Euro Nations League matches that happened yesterday.
International friendly.
And yesterday, Cristiano Ronaldo scored an acrobatic goal. The second goal was a fantastic goal. He is 39 years old and he's been scoring goals and goals. Portugal winning that game comfortably by 5-1. And then give you other results that happened. Okay, away from home, Spain winning Denmark 2-1. Scotland winning 1-0 against Croatia. Good result for Scotland because they really win games even if in Euros.
Of course.
Come on.
Don't rub it in now. Don't rub it
It's a
in.
fact, man. Come
Don't
on.
rub it in.
So Switzerland and Serbia played at a 1-1 draw. Okay, let's start with the Portugal and Poland team. Portugal scoring 5 in that game, winning Poland. I think everyone was thinking it's going to be a close game, but if you look at the setup, he played almost all the stars. Even though after this game, the coach said that is everybody, Fernandes, Ronaldo, and some of the big stars is going to go back to their clubs because they have qualified for the quarterfinals for this tournament already. So the younger one, the second 11, will play in the next game. But if you look at that game, and what do you make of Cristiano Ronaldo scoring a penalty, and in the 7 minutes he scored that acrobatic goal to get the second goal of the game?
It's always a good sight to see, for somebody who is such an absolute professional and a prime athlete, even at 39. A lot of players can learn a couple of things from Cristiano Ronaldo at this point in time. A brace and an assist is a fantastic performance from him. And, for someone who prides himself in always being a very good performer, I'm super happy we got a stellar performance yesterday from Ronaldo. The way he's played, the way he brings other people on. For the assist he got in, was it the 4th goal now?
Against Pedro Neto, the 5th goal, I think.
You can see that, he doesn't just create for himself, he also creates for others. And you have to think at a double pace right now because you're not as fast as you used to be. So you need to be smarter with your body movement. You need to be smarter with your burst of pace. And then you need to be smarter with people around you who are faster and more fleet-footed, who can get into pocket spaces. And I think Ronaldo is entering into that third layer now that is bringing other people on and then creating the most chances for the team. So it's a good one for me. And kudos to Vitinha for the 2 assists in that match.
Okay, now so what do you make of that game? Portugal, everybody might argue that they have not won the World Cup and all that, but they have won the Euros and they have won the National League. So they are now a big club. Everybody's now going to be expecting them because they didn't play well in the Euros, especially Cristiano Ronaldo. He didn't perform in these past Euros. So everybody was asking if he has passed his bet, if he should retire from the national team. But
let's see what my legs can do before the next
if you look at this game again, he's scoring goals. But the issue is that whenever they enter the major tournaments now, they don't really perform. So, but if you look at that game, do you think that they are building a squad that can actually win the World Cup for Ronaldo? Because I think that's the only thing that is missing in his career. Winning the World Cup.
Before you win the World Cup, you need to keep a certain group of players together for more competitions. And I think after the 2016 Euros, many of them left the Quaresmas and all of that retired. Now you have to replace them. Top competitions, I think the 2018 World Cup, they did well, but they didn't go far. 2020 Euros, you saw them perform again, but not up to par. Then it continue like that. So I think for now, the performance they've put up in the last Euros and the last World Cup, if they can increase it, you get this same crop of players if they can stay together for the next 2 editions of any top tournament, the Euros or the World Cup, they can end up winning it if they continue to improve themselves with this crop of players. So, but if you say let's reshuffle the team, nothing for them.
For me, I think Portugal have always struggled with Cristiano Ronaldo being in the game and being out of the game. One, with him being in the game, there's a lot of media attention as to everybody must pass to Ronaldo, even when he's not looking for that to come. And two, when he's not on the ball, everybody's thinking, okay, he's not in the game now. Who is going to start for them? And at key moments, you've seen that all too often. Nobody else is there to pick up that mantle. When you drop a gauntlet on the floor, I've come in, I've done my work, I've exceeded the expectations. Who's the next man to come in and take that mantle? Nobody in that national team is looking like picking up that mantle. And you have to pin that on the fact that maybe nobody else in that team wants to aspire to that level or has the mentality to aspire to that level. And so he has to continue working with the team with limited resources available to him physical wise, and then to drive the result. So I think in the times past they relied on his pace, his brilliance, his dribbling ability to soak a lot of attention to him, free up other people for chances, or for him to even go in and score the goals. It's no longer as potent as it used to be. So they need to find another way to unlock his potential, and they need to find other smarter ways. There's a philosophy called Moneyball, where you look at the game at the bare data points and you say, okay, I need X possession, X passes, moving the ball forward to get a result in this match. And you go and find the people. If one player cannot give you that number, you find two or three players that can come into that side and produce the same limited amount of data points required to drive the result. And they've not done this.
Okay, the final question I want to ask about this Cristiano Ronaldo matter is, do you think that he can reach this 1,000 goal target?
Why not?
He has 90 more goals.
Why
to
not?
go.
How many goals remain?
90.
How many more goals remain?
For somebody that's scoring over 30 goals last season, come on, man.
It's got over 40 goals last season.
Yeah. So
and
it's
he's
maybe
ready,
2 or 3 seasons and he's done it.
We're saying 2 seasons from now he's done it, because in total you're scoring about 45 goals a season.
Yeah.
Because when you talk about the Saudi Pro League, the Saudi Arab Cup, the Saudi
And
Kings
the
Cup,
AFC, yeah.
the what's it called now, the international friendlies, you're scoring goals in all these competitions, and you look at the top competition you have in a year, you're having 45 goals, 40 goals. In the next 2 years and maybe 2.5 years, he's gotten that number already.
Okay, he was talking to the press. He said that out here, clearing doubts, absolutely
Sure,
mental
banker.
stuff he's doing. So he's doing something great with this Portuguese team. Let's see if he's going to probably win something World Cup. I think the target this time is to win the World Cup. He has won the Euros and he has won the National League, this particular competition. So it's just remaining the Euros for him, the World Cup for him to win, to seal his GOAT status. Probably, hopefully, he wins it. Messi has won it, so Messi has completed football in quotes.
Yeah.
Just remaining just this World
A
Cup.
certain young man too in Argentina has completed football too.
So I think he has
They calm down. They try calm down. So now you go put that for GOAT category now.
It's a fact, man.
So you put him now in that GOAT category.
It's a fact.
He has not completed
he's
football.
in the category,
He has not
I
completed
didn't
football.
say so. You are the one that put him there by saying that.
No, they just call GOAT. We don't complete football.
Yes.
La Liga, French Ligue 1, good. MLS now is about to take in club football, club World Cup, everything. Don't win a World Cup, and they just call him for the GOAT status. Then all of a sudden you just got put in name for that category.
When you dey follow oga enter room, they follow enter.
You go help and hold up, stay outside.
He enter the room.
You go hold back, stay outside. He no enter the room.
He carry your bag enter
He never enter the room.
So he dey the room.
Making wait La Liga, we go put him for that status. But for now, making wait.
Why I talk about his complete football, Messi has won everything that he needs to win as a striker: the Golden Boots, the Golden Ball, the FIFA World Cup. He has won everything. I think part of one of his interviews, he said that I think he is the only player that can say that he has completed football, and he is right. He's the only player actually that has won everything. That is, even though only thing that is not won is the UEFA Europa League. But it's not his fault.
Who is the Europa League when you have the Champions League?
It's not his fault. So let's see what they are going to be doing. Cristiano, if he's going to be winning the World Cup for Portugal, that game is that tournament happening in 2 years' time. Okay, let's talk about the next game. Is Spain. Spain is going to play Denmark yesterday, and that won that game 2-1. Good results for Spain.
Yeah, good results all around. Spain just seem to be on another level. They seem to be on another wavelength right now. The young players, they have the talent they have in the side, and then the way they are winning games. You saw that game yesterday, fantastic win. It was just reminiscent of something in the Euros that we saw just a couple of months ago. And they keep powering, they keep moving forward. And who's to stop them right now? At this point, who's to stop them in Europe?
And they even play Yamal. Yamal wasn't playing, and their young boy from Atletico Bilbao. What's his name again? Their superstar.
Yeah,
What's his name? Uh,
Perez.
no, not
no,
Perez.
not
The
Perez.
young boy that played from the left.
Nico Williams.
Nico Williams. He started off from the bench. So there's no in that game. There was no Yamal. There's no Williams didn't start, but they won that game 2-1. I think it's a good thing for Spain. That coach has built a good side, and they are winning game. Okay, now so let's go to the next game. Is Scotland? Scotland winning that game 1-0 against Croatia. As I said before, they scored in the almost 2 minutes to the end of the game, 86 minutes. They scored that goal. They rarely win games, even though
Rarely.
even though that the Croatian team took a red cap in the first half. So and Portugal had Scotland had a whole lot of chances to win that game, and they comfortably won that game. They had a shot on target, had more positions, and they won that game. 1-0. Good result for Scotland.
Good result was who would say it's a good result for them, because they've kind of struggled in recent days playing that game. And I think going into that game without McGinn in midfield was I think it was kind of a blunt in the attack line, because you see that this player is one of the most creative player in the side. I hate to give him credit for this now because he plays for Aston Villa, but he's one of the most creative player in that midfield. And yet you're starting the game without him. So which means you just put in plenty of workhorses in your midfield without a proper nine, without a proper attacking midfielder and a proper player that could see a forward pass and lay it forward. You just have people who could dribble past one or two defenders and pass sideways, in person of Bill Gilmore and and what's it called now? And Scott McTominay. I like the midfield. I like the Christie playing. I like the way they set up their team to play. But after the introduction, I think in the 66th minute when they did a couple of changes, brought in 3 players, took out 3 players, the game kind of changed from there on.
Yeah.
It became a I wouldn't say a one-sided team. It became a more work team, because now we can work for the ball, we can tackle for every ball, we can fight for every ball, and we can also send passes forward. And I think Majid scoring that goal
this game yesterday is also an indictment on Croatia. We've said it here countless times that they need to refresh the squad, they need to get in younger players, and then how do you go on to have the season you've had in the Euros, and then you come into the international friendlies, and then you are struggling to beat a Scotland side even one man down? How? For me, I don't think it speaks good of them. They need to refresh, they need to get young blood in, and they need to be able to change up that setup so that the setup is a lot younger.
It is. I think they're finding it difficult scouting for talent so far, because you have, I don't know why they keep the Croatian league, you have talent there. You can, just like in the Premier League, when a player is doing too well, I know that this player is from maybe some part of Africa, they just give him an opportunity to play for the English national team, and that's it. The likes of Dele Alli's and the rest of them, just after 2 seasons, they get someone who's better, and you're off the team. I think if they can go into the league, if they can go into the Croatian league, we have players playing for Dynamo Zagreb, we have players playing across the Croatian league. If you can get into those leagues and get some young talents, 25 below, at least they will come into the, like I said, open the camp for everybody. It's a camping thing. 2 weeks before the international break, you're already submitting your list of players you want to come in. But before that game, you open the camp for everybody. 1 week into the camp, you invite everybody in. So at some point, you submitted your team, but next time you're looking at who you're going to add, 1 or 2 players you're going to add into that list that could come up and say, okay, these players are retiring. Let's use them as replacement for this certain player.
One of the biggest detriments to any manager out there is, you say it's a one-off and you move on without really going back to go and look at the real analysis of why you keep losing some of these games and why your team keeps playing the way they do. It's complacency on the side of the manager to not constantly look to refresh the team, to not constantly look to go and scout more games and get people into the side, like we see Carsley doing over at England. So it's an indictment on them. And then if you're going into competitions, they obviously are going to struggle.
Okay, that game, Croatia losing that game against Scotland. Let's see what they are going to be doing throughout the tournament. Okay, let's open the phone line. Call us to tell us your own what you think about all these games we have talked about. The number to call is 0706 048 5853. Once you call us, tell us what you think, especially for this Ghana team, Ghana that crashed out from the CAF competition for next year. What is your thought about that? Hello, good morning.
Morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Name and location, please. Okay, what is your
I
contribution?
want to know the risk fight with the fight yesterday.
Oh, Mike Tyson, the
Yeah.
exhibition match.
Jake Paul won.
Jake Paul won that game.
The-
Yeah, he won against Mike Tyson.
They beat Mike Tyson, no. They beat Iron Mike. They beat Grandpa Mike.
Okay, for Ghana, team too much for Ghana.
Mm.
As you people say in this video, yes, what is happening in Morocco? The talent within in this country pass the talent within the best. They make their football, the people that manage their football, they know what they can do and
Yes.
do it the right time. So, but Nigeria only, they just use the in the reach themselves. I don't know that the people the person with the like, we say they want Nigeria football to grow. Actually, the difference between there is this I'm telling you now. Steps of talent, they in this country pass Morocco.
Okay.
So see what will happen in that country. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Nice contribution. Okay, let's see what happened with Ghana, because Ghana they have to start from bottom top to start building again. If you see that game is sad, they are losing at home I think they lost at home to Angola.
Telling us that they've never lost in that stadium before. Come on, is that a joke or what?
Okay, let's take this call before we move on to today's fixtures in the UEFA. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Name and location, please.
Yeah, it's Bishop from Pensacola.
Okay,
morning.
Bishop, what is your contribution, Bishop?
Let me start from. No, so good morning, John.
Good morning, Bishop. Good morning.
Yeah, this is why you're laughing. Allow me to talk now.
Don't worry, continue.
Let me start from my team, Portugal, Ronaldo's FC. Proudly Ronaldo's FC. Congratulations. We are good. Look at the goal Ronaldo is scoring at his stage. In fact, I watched the goal and I looked at the goal. I was like, really? This Ronaldo? But I have to agree with what Godwin said. You know, in a major tournament, that would disappoint me, like the last European tournament. Honestly, I was disappointed as my team and the team I support. I wanted them to win the Euro. They are good enough. I look at the players they have. If I don't always say their numbers, I always say their stats. It's one thing we are talking about. We fix for them. Apart from Rafaelio, Bernardo Silva, Ruben Diaz, Bruno Fernandes, Ronaldo, Vitinha, these guys are big boys for big things in the world. They are good enough, but that Euro, honestly, I was disappointed. Like, they couldn't make it to semi-final. I was like, man, what's wrong with this team? But when you are looking at them, I didn't forget Felix. Felix is still one of them. When you look at this team,
they have a good squad.
Maybe it's the coach or something, I don't know, but let's just watch and see. I'm believing to snap to win the Euro again with this kind generation. Do you get me?
Yes.
Even though this generation is not too far from the last generation, but let's just win the Euro again. They are even good enough to challenge for the World Cup. At least play final, play the semi-final. But when they go to tournament, just like Godwin said, I agree with him. They always disappoint me. Do you get me?
Yes.
So as for the match, it's okay. But I forget this. How old is Rooney again?
How is it?
John,
Yeah,
how old is Rooney again?
Wayne Rooney.
Calm
Wayne
down.
Rooney has a big fat pot belly right now. It's crazy.
Look, now they calm down. People different. People different.
See, you. In fact, if you
very
saw the
much.
hype around Wayne Rooney when he was bossing it with Ronaldo back then, but look at it now. Somebody somewhere 40
See,
or 50 pounds heavier, pot belly and all that.
He's retired
And
from
a young-
football. What do you want him
And
to
a
do?
young man is
No.
kicking football, bossing it on, man.
He's 38. He had a couple of injuries and he decided to retire. My choice, my life, my choice. Ronaldo wants to continue keeping fit. Wants to continue
The
looking.
cup is reserved for a few, and you know,
Have
while
you,
it's
seen,
nice.
have you seen this? Okay, if we're still talking about Ronaldo and his physique and all of that, have you seen the recent what's it called, physique of Zlatan? He has everything to continue playing football, but he said he can't continue because of injuries. He's dealt with a lot of injuries.
And that's why,
So-
you see, that's why I'm saying for all the negative press Ronaldo has gotten from his time from Manchester United, even the way he was shamefully exited from the club. Everybody needs to go back and give that man a salute because he's still bossing it at 39. And bet you me, if he was playing in the Premier League, he would still have put up these numbers we are seeing him put up
Don't
in
go there.
Saudi
Don't
Arabia.
leave,
Simple
leave,
and
leave that one,
short.
John. Don't go there. Nobody
I'm
can happen
already
in
there.
You're
I'm
speaking,
already
you're
there.
speaking
Yes, I'm
hypothetical.
already there.
What if the numbers are not up? It becomes a problem. The debate goes on in
See,
circles. So
class
the man
is
is just the man.
ageless.
The man
Class
is just
is
the man.
ageless.
I give him.
Form fades away. Class is ageless. Simple.
Okay, let's
I give him his credits though, but I don't want to dwell on the fact that he's 39 and some other players retired. If you see the likes
It's
of
a
what's it called,
fact, man.
we
Come on.
talk about the most prolific goal scorer in his time that didn't score up to 500 goals for his club. He didn't score up to 500 goals for AC Milan. He didn't score up to 300 goals for Real Madrid. But yet he was one of the most prolific strikers in the world at the time, than Ronaldo. Now people talk about his striking finish, but what happened? Injury hits. And when injury hits and your body system does not allow you continue, you retire from
It's
the
not
game.
about body system. See, let me go a little bit gospel on you right now. There's a passage
Preach,
that
my
says
brother.
that I keep my body under.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of footballers have left the game early because they couldn't control their greed. They couldn't discipline themselves to do the work required. Winking at Neymar wherever he is, winking at a couple of other players where they are.
John, even if you are disciplined, sometimes your body can give up on you.
Mm.
People are just different.
John,
Okay,
John,
let's move
John,
on to
what's
our
the
YouTube.
story of Santi Cazorla?
Also, imagine Santi
Was
Cazorla.
he
He
not
came back in the
disciplined?
game, not
He
so.
came back after 5 years.
He came back in the game.
After 5 years, his body let him down for
Go
about
and
3
look
years.
at Calvin Phillips where he is right now. I'm sure he's 40 pounds heavier.
He's
It
still
does-
playing ball
the
for
point,
he's
the
still
point is that everybody's bodies is different because that your body survive does not mean that everybody can.
Your
no
body
matter-
survives,
no ma-
but
I can
your
see people
body
that
can
train.
survive,
I can
but
see-
your appetite
boy.
can kill your
John,
body.
I can see people that if they don't, even they do all those things, they go into training. They have not played the game on inside training. They get injured in training. So I understand that people need to actually take care of themselves, but sometimes you have to actually understand that people's body are different. Okay, let's move on to YouTube channel, and I have a whole lot of comments here from Vivi. Let me call you Vivi. Vivi, welcome to the show. And he's talking about Ronaldo. He's saying Ronaldo had injuries. Ronaldo looks so good. Ronaldo always protected his career. He's always looking out for his injuries. Doesn't mean you leave. Okay, he said Saudi Arabia valued him. Okay, Saudi Arabia, the global English players, the English team like Manchester United didn't value. They had to let him go out of the club. Okay, and he's also saying exactly many just gave up because of money. Okay, Vivi. Okay, all these your comments. And Bo is saying, Oga, just give it to Ronaldo.
Thank you. Oh, I cite you.
And Vivi is saying, I agree with John. I work in sports fitness. These men are very lazy.
Thank you. See, if we show me your commitment and your ambition, show me by the prices you are paying. Somebody that is paying a
Okay. Let's join Bowie. Bowie is our senior analyst. Good morning, Bowie.
Yeah, good morning, guys.
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Weekends of football taking place. I want to say so sorry for Ghana, our brothers. The Jollof did not help them this time. But they were fantastic goal from Ayu, man.
That goal was massive.
Any goalkeeper that catches that goal might not recover from rib injury in a very long time. And Africa. I think Africa is growing gradually. And we are seeing now. I think Ivory Coast even lost yesterday. So we are seeing smaller teams who we thought always lose beginning to win games. That's what we want to see in Africa, where you can't really tell, you can't predict what will happen, in football. So kudos to them for on that one. I also want to say nice games took place also in Europe, like you guys are talking about now. Switzerland playing Serbia 1-1. A lot of games, but I think the game that stood out for us was the destruction of Poland by Ronaldo and his gang. But I think maybe they missed Lewandowski very well. But apart from that, it was a beautiful game. Now, I saw the arguments we're talking about Ronaldo and all. I agree with some people who say, yes, your body can give up on you. But I also say this, your body gives up on you based on what you do to your body.
Thank you.
It's a simple. Many players they like it and leave it. Many players are indisciplined. When they have money, they go out, drink.
They drink.
They club, they don't rest. And they do all sorts. So your body will give up on you, unless you're telling me all this something like knee injuries. But also what brings you back from injuries, also the way you take care of your body. Ronaldo is a supreme athlete. No tattoos. He's first to training, he's last to leave. You've heard stories of people telling you that you go to Ronaldo's house. Once you finish eating and doing any party with him, you will go to the gym. And gym is out.
Yes.
Ever tells you never visit Ronaldo, you never enjoy it because he makes everybody work. And look at the man at 39. 39, still 90 minutes, still throwing acrobatic kick, and he's looking most likely to play maybe one more tournament or even the World Cup.
Yeah, I think he's looking for the World Cup.
It's crazy, So no matter what we have to argue, whatever, let's give it to him. Many players at 35, at 33, they are off. They can't do it again, but the man is still running at 39, and he's still looking like he has 3 more years to even play. That is amazing. Zlatan did it up to 40. And these guys are supreme athletes. But kudos in general to Portugal. This team looks like they know what they are doing. They look very good from back to front. And they are turning out new players. See this new guy from Chelsea, Renato Viega, playing a fantastic game yesterday.
Yes.
The left wing also, this our brother for AC Milan, playing very well.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget, you have players like João Felix, Paulina, all those guys on the bench. They did not play. So they look very good, but the World Cup is the World Cup. That's the only thing they're looking at to do now. Apart from that, they've won the Euros, they've won the Nations League. World Cup is it for Portugal. We hope they can make it. But good games are taking place. I think we have a beautiful weekend. We didn't miss the Premier League and other leagues so much.
I missed it too.
Same here, man.
No, with the way they are playing this international friendly, we did not miss. Me, I would say I did not miss the Premier League. Because what is there to miss in the Premier League when your team is losing?
Money and guys, players are tired. If you watch now, many players are not giving their all for their national teams.
Yes.
This is the third international break since August.
Yes.
It has never happened before. In 2 months, 2 international breaks, when the league just started, players are beginning to tire. So you watch players are not going to tackles. They don't run that much because they are tired and they have to come back this weekend again, play till Christmas. So FIFA and the rest of them should look at their calendar.
They are adding more games.
Amazingly, we're enjoying game. We're enjoying football. We're enjoying football right now.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, guys.
Okay, let's go back to YouTube and probably read some of the comments here before we continue for today's fixtures in the Uefa Nations League. And Vivi, okay, remember to subscribe to our channel. We do this every day, Monday to Saturday. Here, 8 a.m. we are live on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. And he's also saying you will be surprised behind the scene. They don't all give it the training they need. A lot of things you see is eye fitness. Okay, that is actually talking about eye service. Yeah, they don't really.
You see, they tell you to stretch. I see some players they. Oh, if you're in training camp, sometimes you look at these players like, are you serious with your life right now? Because I could just throw you off. I could throw you off the team and you won't come anywhere near my camp again.
I think the difference is that they don't really take care of their body like that. And Emmanuel Lewis is actually agreeing. He said Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi won the Ballon d'Or for more than a decade because of their sacrifice. The amount of training Cristiano Ronaldo put in is too incredible just take a look at his son. Cristiano Ronaldo Jr. is fitter than Rashford.
Come on now.
Supported.
No, that's deep. And you see, pressure is one thing you guys don't want to build on the young man right now.
See, look at this now. This man has a personal chef that oversees his feeding. He has a nutritionist. He has a gym in his house. Baba, which one? What?
Rashford the same.
Like, who told you that?
Marcus has his mother.
Who told you that one?
Has his siblings that visit him in the gym. That takes.
Baba, please.
See, they all have the gym around them. It's one thing to have a gym around.
How many of them are going there every day or more than twice a day? Look at the difference in forms of talent now. You talk about Kobe's dedication to training, and then you talk about Shaq, who is always in one club or one party every other day, man. And look at the quality of careers they both had.
I think I have seen, sometimes I think that sometimes these things happens in football. If you like, even if you train well. That you are training well doesn't mean you could become the superstar. You can train. Some are lazy. I think Hazard is lazy in training.
Yes.
Just blow whistle. You go see say.
That's why he ended his career at 31.
Thank you.
No,
Thank you.
It's not about his career.
That's why he ended his career on the bench, injured, worn out, bamboozled, and bedazzled
Real Madrid.
on the bench.
Okay,
It's
let's
Real Madrid for crying out loud.
let's talk about, if we start talking about fitness of players, we'll not go here today. I know we know that Ronaldo is a fitness monster, so let's not just go into that. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Name and location, please. Okay, what is your contribution?
Yes, congratulations to Ronaldo for scoring 2 goals for Portugal yesterday.
Okay.
And I am looking forward for him to break in that record, becoming the first player to score 1,000 goals
Okay.
in his career. And for Ghana, sorry for them. Sorry for them. Since they did not want us to go to Qatar World Cup 2022. Put them to the should relax. They have to play the Afcon and let them watch us.
Okay.
Because even though if they could have go that place, they will go and embarrass West Africa because they could have not played anything.
Okay.
They should relax at home. A common Angola that we beat that they cannot beat.
Okay, all right. Thank you for your contribution. Okay, let's move some of the comments again before we move on our YouTube channel and our Netflix obeying. As I'm happy, Ghana don't chop their jollof at home. I don't know this beef we have against Ghana, but it happens. He's also saying, I just wish easy African countries should do well so that we have more, I think, more seats and more East African teams in the Afcon. Okay, let's see what happens. If there, how many of them is going to qualify after this? Though. I think Monday is going to end. We don't know, round up the table who qualified and who did not qualify. Okay, let's go over to today's fixtures and tomorrow's fixtures in the Uefa Nations League. And today, let's talk about the big game. Germany is playing Bosnia, and Netherlands is playing Hungary. Okay, if you look at let's get your prediction for the Netherlands game and Hungary. Who do you think that is winning? Because if you look at Netherlands, they are actually doing well in this national. And why I like this Netherlands team, they keep rotating their coach. They will remove Koeman, put Van Gaal, remove Van Gaal, put there is this particular one they used to put again. They keep rotating to these 3 coaches. Yes, I don't know his name again. But what is your prediction for this game, Netherlands versus Hungary?
The Hungarian side are hungry. They are hungry for results. They are hungry for top competitions. They are hungry for cup. Look at the way they played in the Euros with a very young captain. I think he was one of the youngest captains to lead a side in top competitions like that, Dominic Szoboszlai. And look at the way they've been playing all through the last 4 years. You see that the Hungarian side are hungry for top games. They are hungry to get results against big teams. They are hungry to get themselves off the ranking of 300 and they want to come up to the top. And I think in this game, they'll be hungry to get a result in this game and perhaps shock the world and win this one.
Okay, John, let's talk about the Germany game. What do you make of what will happen in Germany? Do you think that, let's get your prediction for the German game.
I'm going to always back Germany in this one.
Germany versus Bosnia.
Germany versus Bosnia, any day, anytime, no doubt about it. Germany coming away with a 2 or 3 goal win. Bosnia maybe, if I consider the likes of my man over there, I may say, okay, let them score 1 goal. But Germany to win, never in doubt. I'm going to see that win come out. It's just now, can this German side now ascend into becoming that dominant power force they were in Europe a couple of decades ago, when you had the likes of the Miroslav Klose and all the other guys in the team?
I think they are still a power nation. It's just that just few years, this fifth tournament that apart from this past tournament that they hosted, that they reached the semi-finals, they have not really done well in the past tournaments. Okay, let's move on to the Sunday game. Sunday game is Israel versus Belgium. Let's get your prediction for that game. Who wins?
Well, Belgium will continue to run. This I think the Israeli side have not really.
The Israeli side got a draw against France.
They've not
Belgium lost.
A well-end draw.
Belgium lost to Italy. Belgium lost to Italy. So they've not really impressed. They draw where they play 0-0, where they don't get any attempts. They don't score any goal. They don't score goal. They blow us offside. They come and pack the bus and say you're playing. They've not really done well in the footballing world. So I'm saying Belgium will win this one.
Okay, let's move on to the big game happening on Sunday. It's Italy versus France. France didn't get that win against Israel, but Italy got the win against Belgium. So, but France is traveling to the Italians to play there. What do you make of that? Do you think that the Sham will miss Mbappe again?
Of course. I think it should be. Let me not go there. It's not that deep, show. But I would have wanted to say that I wish you were wiser and better now. So, but
He's wise because he won the World Cup, so he's wise. The thing about winning, for example, if you're a Silas Ferguson or Pep Guardiola, once you are winning, you can actually throw away any
you can
player.
write your ticket
Yes.
and have you can make your demand and have your demands met. Sure, why not?
But that game,
But just don't go
I-
ahead and go and lose after writing your ticket, because now
He
it makes
won
yourself
the World
questionable.
Cups because at the time he won the World Cup, there was a Frank Ribery was on top form and they carried Benzema.
Frank
He
Ribery
wasn't
didn't play
invited.
that World Cup.
No, that's what I'm saying. They were on top form. They were at least the peak of their careers,
Yes.
but they didn't go to the World Cups.
Yes, and they won it because
and they
there was
won
a young man
Not
in
because
that
of
side.
the young man. The midfield
There was
did
a
the work.
young man in that side
John,
who
Papa
made
Asante.
it happen.
John, remove PP and Ngolo in that midfield. Matuidi no cut am. Because after
You
PP,
can
I think
remove them all you want.
if you
and
move them, nothing
you
from
can
Mbappe
remove
because
them all. You can remove
this
them
is
all you want, but you cannot
this is now
fail but to assent to the fact that Mbappe was in what adjective will I use now?
it was
It
nothing.
was
It was
invaluable
nothing.
to
It was
the
just
team.
it was just the finishing touch.
Invaluable.
You get, if the midfielders don't create chances, the attack won't score. It's as simple as that. And PP, N'Golo Kante and Matuidi, they did their job in midfield. And that is, look at it, that is what the French team have been lacking since.
Okay, let's get
Creative midfielders to go on and score, create chances for
let's get a
attackers to
prediction
score.
for that game.
So I'm just saying, in this one, since they continue to lack creative midfielders, they'll continue to struggle to get a win.
And I'm going to say what you ordered versus
A
what
draw.
you got is the proof of the pudding that Mbappe is invaluable to the team. So they are going to go and suffer a loss.
They're
Okay,
going to play a draw in this one.
Okay, let's see. The next game that's happening tomorrow, the big game is England is going to play Ireland. That is the last game for Lee Castley before he moves over to his under 21. He's moved on to his under 21 team, and they have a tournament that he's supposed to be coaching. But if you look at that game, England, he's going to coach his last game before January. Tuchel is going to be the English coach from January. But this final game, they should give him a send off. They are playing in England, so they should give him a high scoreline and a good send off for him. I think he has done well since he took over the English
He's
job.
done well, no doubt. He's made his experiments and he's made his mistake and learned from them. But in this game against Ireland, this is a game England should be closing one eye, one hand behind their back and winning comfortably. So I'm not expecting anything other than that. They should just go and win, send him off on a good note, and then usher in Tuchel in the coming weeks.
John? I mean, no, so,
Yeah.
so what do you make of that game?
But see, I'm not going to. I would just support him because John has already said it. They should give him a standing ovation. He has done well. He experimented with different tactics, 3 different tactics in just a space of 2 months of coaching. I think he's done well to experiment with those tactics and bring in players that would never have been thought of by England to be coming to the national team. He has gone on to France League because I've never seen England go all the way to France to get players to play for national team, but he has gone all the way to France to get players in. And I think he's done well in scouting and also in managing the team.
Let's get a prediction for that game, England versus Ireland.
3-0.
Blowout, yeah.
A blowout. Okay, if you move out to the South American qualification, World Cup qualification, they play World Cup qualification in South America. Uruguay are beating Colombia 3 goals to 2, and Peru playing at a 0-0 draw against Chile. Okay, this is how we are going to be ending today's show. Thank you for joining us on today's show. Thank you for joining us again on our YouTube channel. Remember, we do this every day on our YouTube channel from Monday to Saturday, 8 a.m. we are live. And here, thank you for our callers, thank you for our fans that are listening to. Let's go out and enjoy the footballing weekend. Today is Saturday. Let's enjoy the games that happen today, tomorrow, and Monday. Remember, Nigeria is playing on Monday, and on Monday we're going to sit down and analyze everything about the Super Eagles on Monday. My name is Godwin, and have a wonderful day. Bye for now.
Hello, Enugu, and welcome to Volt 104.3 FM, where music